Hello students. Now in this video lesson we will study about the electrolytic refining of copper metal. In the previous video lesson we have already discussed about the refining of impure metals by the process of electrolysis. Now we will refine copper metal by the same technique. For this we have taken an electrolytic tank here which we have also studied as the electrochemical cell. So this is your electrolytic tank for the refining of copper metal, and then we have a solution here which is known as the electrolyte. The electrolyte for the refining of copper metal will be acidified copper sulfate. Now acidified copper sulfate means the copper sulfate is mixed with some dilute sulfuric acid. So this is acidified copper sulfate solution. Then there are two rods which are the electrodes. One of the electrode will be connected to the positive terminal. Now you know it. Which electrode is connected to the positive terminal? It is the anode. Now in this process, anode is the impure copper metal which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So this is your impure copper metal. Impure copper metal, and then a very thin strip of pure copper metal is made the cathode. So this thin strip is pure copper metal. This is the anode and this is the cathode. So this is the setup for the electrolytic refining of copper metal. Now let us study this in detail. See, on passing electricity, the copper metal from anode will come in the solution, the copper sulfate solution. So copper ions will come here, and from the solution the copper ions will start depositing on the cathode. Now how it will happen? See, when the copper ions from anode come to the solution, then these copper ions will react with the copper sulfate solution and form more of the copper sulfate solution. Where will it get the sulfate ions from? From the acid. Which acid is present here? H2SO4. So there will be formation of more copper sulfate. Then this copper sulfate will split and form Cu2 positive and SO4 2 negative. SO4 again will keep on reacting with the copper ions it is getting from anode, and these copper ions will go to the cathode. Let us see how the reactions will take place. Now at the anode, what is happening? At anode there is impure copper. So this copper has to convert into copper ions. To convert into copper ion to positive, that means it has to lose 2 electrons. So at anode, the copper metal is losing its 2 electrons to the anode. These 2 electrons are given to the anode by copper metal to form the copper ion. Then these copper ion come in the solution and react with the sulfate ions to form copper sulfate again. Then it splits again to form copper ions, and these copper ions go to the cathode. So at cathode what is happening? These ions are coming at cathode. Now it has to convert into copper metal. It has to convert into copper metal. So what is required to convert into copper metal? There is a lack of 2 electrons. That means the cathode will provide these 2 electrons to the copper ion so that it can convert into copper. So at cathode, 2 electrons are given to the copper ion by the cathode to convert into copper metal. Let us again see what is happening. See, the copper atoms of impure anode lose 2 electrons each to the anode and form copper ions which go into the electrolytic solution. Then the positively charged ions, copper ions from the copper sulfate solution, go to the cathode, and by taking 2 electrons from cathode, these ions get reduced to form copper atoms. Now what about the impurities? See children, there are 2 types of impurities, soluble impurities and insoluble impurities. The soluble impurities will come into the solution and get dissolved here only, whereas the insoluble impurities will collect here below the anode, and these will be termed as anode mud. Now we will see what will happen to this. Now as the process goes on, the impure anode becomes thinner, whereas the pure cathode becomes thicker and thicker. So something like this will happen. See what will happen? The anode will become thin and the cathode will become thick. So now after the refining is completed, something like this will happen. This will be the impure copper metal at anode, which is reduced to more than half, and this is the pure copper metal at cathode. So all the copper metal from anode is now collected at the cathode. So we can say that we have found pure copper metal at cathode. Now we will discuss what happens to the metallic impurities present in the impure copper which is being refined. So these impurities which are collected here, we are talking about these impurities. The metallic impurities present in the impure copper can either be more reactive or less reactive. Now the more reactive metals like iron present in the impure copper pass into the electrolytic solution and remain there. On the other hand, less reactive metals like gold and silver, let us see what happens to them. The impurities of gold and silver collect at the bottom of the electrolytic cell below the anode in the form of anode mud. So they will collect here in the form of anode mud. Now gold and silver metals can be recovered from the anode mud, and so the electrolytic refining of metals serve 2 purposes. It refines or purifies the metal concerned, like here the metal concerned was copper, and it also enables us to recover other valuable metals like gold and silver present as the impurities in the metals being refined. So children, it was all about the electrolytic refining of copper and the importance of refining of metals to purify them. Now in the next video lesson, we will study about alloys. Alloys, this is also a very important topic, and many questions are formed by this topic. And this is super important. Many a times this has appeared in exams. So please go through this very thoroughly.